So I wanted to give you an update on Trump's new visa. What's it called again? Oh yeah, integrity fee. It's always weird because like integrity, it doesn't really match with what Trump's name, so I always forget. It's just a big new visa fee. Do you remember how much it was for?
250.
Yeah.
That's not they not decide yet. It can go up, right?
Yeah, it can. They said that it may go up. So 250 is sort of what they announced, and we want to give you an update because before it was really unclear a lot of the articles of what they were saying, and so we kind of gave you an initial opinion. It sounds like now there are some countries that may not necessarily have to pay the fee.
So for Korean, I told you, maybe we pay ESTA plus that fee, but it wasn't true. I was wrong. So we don't need the fee because we don't get the visa, travel visa. We just get the permit, ESTA permit.
But it gets more complicated than that because we're just talking about tourism, I think under 90 days, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to the USA for like study or for work or like there's a long list, but we'll just say study or work, like you need a for a non-immigrant visa. So if you need a visa, someone like a Korean would still need that kind of stuff. So the Canadians in the day trip stuff, you could probably still do it without paying the 250 fee. But this is where the discussion becomes important because our initial reaction
is, whoa, everything's go up because it wasn't unclear, right? But now it has some more details.
Yeah, because people have been asking more questions about this thing because when you tell someone, do you want to pay $250 to go to the USA? Everyone's just like, no, I don't. So I also want to go through your guys' comments and your initial reactions. So someone says here, this is coming from Distressor. Distressor says, I wouldn't visit the US if they paid me $250.
Yeah.
Someone else says, Loco says, hey, you get a nice jail cell. What more do you want? And then you can write a book. I mean, why not? You can write a book about your experiences getting jailed in USA. Is it worth it?
No, no, not for me.
Not for Yeji. All right, this is a comment from inconsistent user data. They say, as a Canadian, my answer is paying to get thrown in a gulag. Nah, I'm good.
What is gulag?
Gulag, I think that's, I don't know if, I know it has to do with like say Russian prison, but I don't know if that's like the word prison in Russian or a special kind of prison in Russia.
I see.
Or Siberia. Because in USA, it's sort of how we talk about like where they put people. Do you know about this?
Put people
like in the gulags. I don't know. Like
I don't know. We don't have that expression.
Yeah, I mean, you must. I will. Okay, so in USA, when they're kids, they'd always scare you about Russia because I grew up in the '80s. So I don't know, like if you're a kid, if they scared you about North Korea, they say that kind of stuff.
No, we just say the dokkaebi.
What is that?
Dokkaebi, the kind of monster get you.
Oh, if you go to North Korea, the monster get you?
No.
Oh no.
You do bad thing, the dokkaebi gonna get you.
Oh, okay.
So we do even have an app that have a dokkaebi face talking.
If you do bad thing, that like monster's gonna get you. Yeah, we just like are afraid in our beds and like hide under the covers kind of thing. But these days, maybe people make joke of like the orange monster is going to get you, that kind of stuff. And actually, sadly, it's not a joke in USA. I mean, they are out to get you. This is from Scruffs is my name. They says, it amuses me that the U.S. government should use the word integrity in any official format. Frozen Coca responded, they meant into grifting. Integrity sounds like into grifting. Grifting means like scam, soggy, etc., which is kind of funny. Greet Andres, they say, integrity is the biggest joke ever. None left in that fascist country. And this just gives you a feeling of like why tourism, is going to suffer this summer. We haven't got all the numbers yet, but a lot of people were mentioning in comments. Do you know we have a couple big events going on in USA coming up soon?
World Cup, right?
Yeah, and there's another one.
Which one?
The Olympics in LA. I think it's like 2028 or something like that. I think actually let me check the date here, because they were actually building.
After Paris, it's gonna be LA.
Yeah, because remember they did. If you guys watched the closing at Paris, they did the whole Tom Cruise thing, which is really well done. It's a true story.
Yeah.
It was really well done. And then they're like, hey, welcome to LA. Yeah, it's 2028. So
it's pretty soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 3 years.
So this would be a situation, for example, to where like some countries would have to pay the fee, and so they're saying that Trump adding on these extra fees is a way to just basically
And not
get
just
more money.
fee,
What's that?
you need the interview sometimes.
Oh, theoretically, right?
Yeah, like
Right.
for work, a lot of journalists, the
Sure, sure,
company to come
sure.
in, they need a interview, but there's not enough worker to do
Mm.
it, so it's gonna be very slow.
It'll definitely bog down the system,
Mm.
right? And then the other thing that we forgot to mention is uh, some reports that this 250 fee. Well, they called it They call it the Visa Integrity Fee. They use the word fee in English, but then later, when you read through the details, they'll say you might be able to get the deposit, or they refer to the deposit, might be able to get the money back. Uh-huh.
Might.
But at least according to the CBO, so that's like our Congressional Budget Office, like the people who calculate the money, they were saying like very few people will apply and very few people actually get it back. So, because some people mentioned, hey Chris, why didn't you talk about the refund stuff more? Could you get the money back? And what you would do then, you would make it so like maybe you get the other partners with like one machine in the whole airport.
Yeah, because
or the machine's always broken.
There's nothing we can talk about it because they say it's my refund, but they didn't say how.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really talk about it.
So that was a big problem with this whole thing. They're rolling out like this massive fee, $250, and then it's like really unclear. And then the other thing worth mentioning also is it sounds like, and a lot of people point this out, that the way they'll institute is maybe they'll punish non-white countries.
Oh,
that's very Trumpy.
Yeah, that's very racist.
That's just that's kind of what it feels like they're probably heading in that direction. And I think you guys all kind of know that that's where they're going.
Yeah, that's just like what happened in LA, right?
Yeah. So because people were actually mentioned also in comments that the 250s, because I remember there's a comment someone says like I'm from Switzerland, we're a developed country, and even I don't want to pay the 250. Let alone, let's say someone where your currency is much, much weaker, right? And you're coming in the 250 is like way too much. Yeah,
actual 250 is like kind of not average, but lower than average, but it could be a salary of the Vietnamese.
Sure.
A month salary.
It's actually quite a bit.
Yeah.
Let's read some more comments from you guys. So this is from Rob. Rob says, tourism is down. People are avoiding the U.S. like a plague. And now he thinks we're going to pay an integrity fee to visit the USA. I can see why he's bankrupt so many businesses. That's actually a really good comment because like it's a horrible business decision.
Bad CEO thing is raise the price to the rocket to the moon, but then I'm gonna make so much money, but then no one's come.
Yeah,
that's how you close your door.
That's actually a good point because like from a bad CEO's perspective, okay, sales are down. So therefore, we have to raise prices to get sales up again. But it doesn't, like from that logic. Oh, if I charge more money, I'll have more sales. But it doesn't really work that well. Here's another one from Zivrak says, $250 for a ticket to the fascist theme park, or spend $0 to remain safe in your own country while you consider everywhere else in the world your time will be better spent. And someone replies, or go to Canada. Yeah. Canada's pretty good.
Canada.
Yeah, so where did you go in Canada?
I've been staying in Vancouver for a year. I've lived in Banff and the Whistler, Toronto, Montreal, Quebec.
Oh, you went to Montreal too?
Yeah.
Is that pretty good?
Pretty good.
I've never been there, so I have no comment on that.
It's different feeling other Canada city. It's more like European kind of.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you went there, and I feel like I'm working for Canada now, but a really popular place is Prince Edward Island. Did you ever go there?
What?
It's in Canada. It's called Prince Edward Island.
Which side? I went to Victoria.
That should be the east side.
Oh, no. I went to the Victoria Island.
And I just know about it because when I was a kid, there was a popular show called Anne of Green Gables. And if anyone knows this show, it was a really popular show. It's just like really pretty. So like, oh my God, I want to live there. It's kind of like when people see Game of Thrones and you're like,
that side has that's a Rocky Mountain. So
no, I'm not saying that. I mean, I've been to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver's fantastic, and then they have Olympic class skiing up at Whistler. Whistler's really good.
Sure. I've been there, so I wish I can visit there one time.
Yeah, Canada's good. I would say the only negative is because people have been asking, like, can I just move to Canada? So that's the negative is they have actually a limit on if you can just move there. But definitely some people are looking into it, and there's been like an uptick on surges of people who want to move to Canada. So that's not really negative. It's just there's a high demand to go to Canada these days. All right, here's another one. Person says, with Trump's reign of terror, who wants to vacation in MAGA-occupied USA? And a lot of people actually have been saying that they will go to the USA, but only until after Trump leaves. Well, for real. Yeah. People actually say that. I totally agree. Good Chaos. Good says, U.S. citizen here. I'm so sorry, everyone. Our country is currently broken at the moment. Technical difficulties, like make it sound like a TV station. Yeah. And actually, it is a TV station USA. Like our programming is not so good right now. So technical difficulties, under construction, however you want to put it. But now is not the right time to be visiting. While tourism would absolutely help our economy. And it goes on to say, don't come here. It's interesting to hear Americans say that, and that's just being honest with people. The whole at the border thing, like if they can check your phone and throw you and detain you and stuff like that. I mean, no one really wants that.
But to be honest, honestly, when I watch some a travel YouTuber or my friends who visited U.S. recently, but it's not too bad to when they go through the customer service, the security service at the airport, but I don't know.
So people are still going.
Yeah, people still going, and it's not that bad as you think.
Well, yeah, but
they might ask more questions.
Yeah, it may depend on country of origin.
Oh, possible.
Right, they may be more strict on some countries than others.
So
if you so for a while, and I can't speak to now because you never know, and they never admit it. But for a while, like anyone say, we have a friend who's of Arab descent, actually Iraqi descent. He gets stopped every time, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So or say you could be of Latino descent, maybe they stop you every time, right, regardless of your paperwork. So. And I can't speak for everyone, but you have to understand that your friend may not be the same experience as everyone else, because the situation keeps getting worse. Like, yeah, don't, and that's something that it's hard to, how can I say, it's hard to know for sure, because remember there was a time when we didn't have all cameras on our phones. Now that we do, and and so things get out, but like there's still a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily get recorded that we don't know. So because I read everything every day, and I'm like I can't even go over all the stuff that happens. But that's why we go through stuff, and because you guys see it also. So for example, this someone says here, as an Aussie, I've been to America 4 times. I have no desire to go there now or anytime soon. The anger and racism he's normalized will take forever to reverse. Canada, however, I'll be back. And you have to think about this is that the brand damage that they've done.
Yeah.
Right? So, because there's perception out there that it's just not safe. And if you're choosing between countries, because we've traveled quite a bit, right? And you guys can go anywhere you want when you go on vacation.
If you want to go to somewhere using English, there's England, Australia, Canada.
You don't have to go to English-speaking countries.
No, but some people, they're kind of afraid to use their foreign language. So.
But you don't have to, guys, because you go, for people watching this, chances are, people watch our English-speaking channel, you probably speak English, chances are, but not everyone is their first language, because we have a lot of people who English is their second or third language. But around the world, like you go to hotels, you go to the airport, stuff like that, there will be English signage. Now, here's the thing about this kind of stuff that's always funny when you talk about like Trumper American kind of stuff. So they're always like, oh, well, those people aren't citizens. You can arrest them, deport them, and you do whatever you want. But like, if those people ever go to another country, like say in Mexico, they always be like, I'm American. You have to treat me like American. Like they... So they would get really angry if they went to another country and say the Mexican, just for example, in Mexico, if they would just arrest you, deport you, and beat you or whatever. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like if they were tackling you. So just always remember that the way that you treat people in your country, home country.
Then you can be treated like that in other country, right?
Yeah. And there's like I think is it Italian? There's like is it my casa, mi casa? It's like if there's a popular phrase. I think if you guys correct me if I'm wrong. It's I think it translates to like my home is your home, or that kind of.
Wow.
It just has to do with hospitality to be nice to people. So it matters. And you know, when we talk about traveling, you always want to read through like, okay, do I need a visa? What do I have to do? And I always get that nervous feeling when you're at the gate, because guys, you know, you made your hotel reservation, you bought your plane ticket.
Because when we go to other country, we have to double check. You know, I'm Korean, he's American.
Right.
Sometimes Korean doesn't need it, American need, American doesn't need it, I need. So we gotta double check.
There's different, you know, passport rules, and then also this relates to you want your country to be friends with other countries. Because then you can like travel and do business easier. Not just travel, just like business, student.
I really like when I go to other country, there is a Korean in the fast track, like Korea sign. Oh
yeah. So sometimes I have to wait in line longer because I'm American. So, you know, and I write about this stuff in my book, and check it out if you haven't. But that's sort of the big lie that they teach you in America all the time from your kid, that America is absolutely number one in everything, and there's nowhere else to go in the world, and why would you ever want to leave? Blah blah blah. And you know, I'm not here to just tell you that America's awful. I'm just here to tell you that go visit all the other countries and make up in mind for yourself what you think, and you'll probably figure out that wow, there's a lot of cool countries to visit. Like really a lot of cool countries to visit. Like, you know, even though I like it here, say in Busan, I like to go visit other places. You know, but there's plenty of countries to work, and we'll try to visit all of them if we can. But you know, I'm sure you know it takes time, money, etc. And that's why you go back to just imagine if you bought a plane ticket and stuff like that, and you showed up, and then they turned you away. You know, and you can only take off, say, like a week for work, and it just like screws up your whole. And that's just vacation. But imagine you had important meetings or any like. Sometimes you'll hear like crazy stories of like someone, you know, was getting married, they can't get into the country because
or honeymoon.
Or any number of things like it's just. And so that these kind of stuff shouldn't be in the news in USA, and you want like daily life to be boring. You don't want to hear about incidents at the airport or incidents or whatever you want. And same with the president. You actually don't want to talk about the president all day, every day, because you don't want them just to like be quiet, do their job.
Yeah, do their job.
And things function, and there's not really, you know, any craziness. But that's where we are right now. I just wanted to share your thoughts on that. So sorry about the confusion before on the $250 fee thing. Again, it's $250 extra from the fees that are already going up. It's like the raising fees and everything regarding coming to USA, plus another $250, and then that relates to non-immigrant visas. So it'll be work, business, student, and then tourists who are not part of the visa waiver program in the USA. So that's my understanding of it. And there's still a lot of questions on if you can get the money back, how do you pay the money, when they. And I don't know because everyone's like, oh my God. And all the travel websites have been kind of going off on this thing. Like, this is a terrible idea. And even the head of the U.S. Travel Association is like, this is awful, etc. So anyway, that's our thoughts. I want to hear yours. And we'll catch you on the next video. So bye.